to the fighters.
James Elder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me, I've got trainer Dave Coldwell. We're here today in Sheffield on the workouts for Kell Brook and the full stacked undercard. First, how are you, champ?
Very good. It's a good undercard, isn't it?
Very good undercard.
Yeah, really good undercard. It's had a good little turnout for workout as well. Bit weird not being fight week. That's thrown me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But all good.
No doubt, there's a reason for everything. Such is life.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your fighter on the card. Gavin McDONNELL in a great fight with YAFAI.
Brilliant.
Come out of nowhere a little bit, that fight as well.
Brilliant fight. To be honest, we had it mentioned to us by Eddie quite a while ago. So we've kind of thought this is happening, and then it was just get it to fit in with Gamal and what his team were wanting it when they wanted it to be, and I think he wanted him a fight beforehand or something. But yeah, we've had his eye on it for a while. It's one of those fights where you're friends with other team and everything, and it's just business. But you know, it's a couple of good kids, a couple of nice kids. There's no needle, no trash talking or anything like that. It's just a really good fight. And the thing is, when myself and Max McCracken have been privy to see the sparring between those two in the past, just before we fought Ray Vargas. And
for his world title
yeah,
fight.
Yeah. And mate, that sparring, that was good. That was really, really proper good sparring. So yeah, it's made for a really good fight.
But you're confident in your man, having watched the spars, having been around him.
Yes.
You're more than confident in this assignment.
Yeah, very, very confident. Don't get me wrong, it's a hard fight. On paper, it's a 50-50 fight. You've got the groomed fighter, groomed for stardom in Gamal, and then you've got the guy that's come through, the hard way in Gav. Gav's a lot better than what you think. He's one of those guys that everybody that sparred with him has come up thinking they're going to smash him to bits, and then they've all got out and said, the first time I sparred with him, they all got out and said, he's better than what I thought it was. He is. He's better than what you think, and the fans some of the fans don't appreciate how good he is, because to look at him, he's one of those kids that you look at and you think, he ain't that good, but then you get in a ring with him, and he's actually better than what you think, and he's very, very tough. You need to be tough to fight Gamal. You need to be tough. You need to have a good chin. You need to have, a good body to be able to take shots and be able to grind it out, be able to ride tough spots, and then put things on the end of it yourself. And Gavin, although he's not a big banger, he punches harder than what you think. And with little 8-ounce gloves on, they all hurt really. I'm confident. I'm very confident. I know it's dangerous, but I'm confident.
Last time we spoke, I sort of coaxed you into telling me that you was a little bit worried about David HAYE and Tony Bellew and the fight. With the noises that David HAYE's been making recently in the press, he's been very vocal about the fight and promoting the fight. Yeah. Does that go a long way to easing your team's concerns?
Yeah, 100%. Because when he's just hiding away, and it's somebody like David HAYE who likes being in the public eye and the media, you think, why are they being so quiet? What's going on? Now he's out there and he's showing bits of training and he looks great. He looks how I thought it would be. It's good. It's exciting.
Does that give a spring back into the bounce of Tony Bellew? The fact he knows that David HAYE's preparing diligently.
Bellew's just been getting on with his own stuff, regardless. But yeah, it makes you just think. Or it makes him just think. Yeah, this is good now. This is exciting. He looks the part. It looks like everything's flowing and he's happy, and so yeah, it's all systems go. This is going to be better than the first fight. Both fighters are going to be better.
And at the stage they're both at, a loss could really spell the end of either fighter, couldn't it?
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. I would say, people can say, "Oh, you're biased." I would say more so David HAYE, but yeah, I mean, you never say never. You can't really. In boxing, nothing surprises you. But yeah, really.
let's talk a little bit about this weekend's events. World Boxing Super Series, a great chance.
How good has that been, by the way?
It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. A great chance for George Groves to show dominance on the division. Chance for Chris Eubank to become a fully fledged WBA Super Champion. Thoughts on that contest?
I can't wait for it. You know what? Do you know what's good? Is because I'm just a neutral, and I'm going to go up as a fan and just enjoy the fight. It's just. I don't really care who wins. If I was saying who do I want to win more, I'd like George to win more. But I don't really care who wins because I worked with George many years ago now. I haven't really spoke to him since. I think I've said hello to him about twice. So there's no relationship
Emotional
there.
attachment,
Yeah. So therefore, I can just go as a fan. But I'm not really a big fan of EUBANK Senior.
May I ask why you're not a fan of his?
Yeah, because he talks. Some of the things that comes out. I don't know what he's talked disparaging towards me before. He seems to think that he's. I'm not going to get into it, but at the end of the day, you know what comes out of his mouth, and some of the stuff that he said, and some of the tactics he's used in the mind games, using certain things that have gone off in boxing in the past, things that have affected a lot of people.
Incidents with fighters, for instance.
Yes, that have got nothing to do with this fight. To bring that up, is he trying to put seeds in a referee's head in the fight? So when EUBANK makes a flurry and George looks in trouble, do they dive in? If he's playing them sort of games and he's trying to put them sort of thoughts in referees' heads, but using such bad, tragic circumstances, it's disgusting. But he shouldn't be using them. And again, so that's what I'm saying. It does things like that, but it's not like once or twice. It's on a regular basis. So I'm not his biggest fan. But as for Junior, I've got to say, when it's in the boxing gym, when it's boxing side of things, I love his attitude. I love it. Do you know what? If you've got a young kid in whatever sport, my son plays football. You've got kids that are coming through in boxing. I manage young fighters. I've got a young kid in the gym, Jordan Gill. If you've got a young kid in sport, you can't not say, see how hard this guy worked. You want to work hard as that, or harder than that, or you want to have the focus that man's got. He doesn't give a shit about what anybody else thinks, and that's a really valuable thing, especially in this sport with social media and how people are. And he doesn't care about what anybody thinks of him, as long as he's doing what he wants to do, what he thinks is going to get him to the top. He believes that his way is going to get him to the top. Fair play to you. I remember working when I first started working with Adam Booth. A lot of people do say, he just wants to do it his way. And Adam, you need to do this, you need to do that. And Adam just go, fuck that, I'm doing it my way. And proof is in the pudding. He did it his way. He knew it was, and look at what he's achieved in it. He's never conformed to anybody else. And you look at people like that and you think, that takes a lot of balls, and it's a lot of commitment. And so I look at EUBANK Junior, the boxing side, the training side of things, how he lives his life, and I rate him, and I got a lot of respect for him. The fight itself, I think it's just such an intriguing fight. I really do. I think it's fantastic.
All right, Dave, thank you very much for giving me some time today. Before we go, who makes your pads?
Fly, mate. Fly.
Fly, you would recommend Fly?
Mate, the best pads I've ever had. And these are the third pair I've had, but just because I wanted different colours.
My new thing is asking people about what equipment they use. We always get comments on the channel, what's the best glove, what's the best pad? You like Fly as a pad?
The thing is about Josh at Fly is it makes them to your specifics. And obviously, I don't know if you know, but I'm only little, and I train a couple of big guys, or I have trained a couple of big guys, and so my elbows and my joints get blasted. So these are very, very vital to them because these cushion the shots a lot. I think they're brilliant pads.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave Coldwell. Great pleasure to get you on the channel. Appreciate it, mate. And I'll catch you real soon. Good to see you.